my heart when I'm with you. Because does anyone else do that, or is that just me?
Hopefully someone's answering in their car right now. Yes, every time I hear this, I sing that.
Carpool. Grace is like, I do. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, it just needs to be done. It needs to be a thing. It's so in. But we're not talking about what's in right now. We're talking about what's out for 2024. Which reminds me, like if you didn't watch or listen to the ins, you need to go back where you listen to podcasts. And last week's episode is what was in. We started with the bright lights, and now we're gonna continue with the no's. Do you say no to your children?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yes. I have read the things where they say you shouldn't say no to your kid. And there's times where I'll rephrase it, but no, that's a solid word in our house.
Yeah, that's how we end up with millennials.
Hey, I'm doing all right for
Everyone gets a
myself.
trophy and there's no no's, and here we are. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I was told no. Yeah.
I was told no. Yes. It's a Caribbean household. I was told no. Yes. Okay. But we're going to tell you about the no's. But I want to remind you, although we're going to tell you what's out, we always, 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 always advocate for you being your own business person and doing what's right for you. So that's kind of like the caveat. Don't do this, but if it really feels good to you. And I've had people come to me like, Roxanne, but I love, hey, girl message. I can't help myself. I'm like, well, okay. I mean, I can't stop you from doing, I don't want to stop you from doing what's naturally you.
Yeah. And sometimes it might work for you, even though we're saying it doesn't work for the general population. So be the unicorn, work what you got.
Shake what your mama gave you.
Therapy bill in the air. Have you seen that meme going around?
No, but that's funny. That makes me think of like inner child work, inner child work. That's what I was. No,
All right. So I think we start with what you literally just said, which is
we got to start with the one that just it is like a cockroach. When the world goes down, the cockroaches will still be fine. Hey girl messages. They will not die. They're like that bad, like in those shows where you've got that, like they're like Loki, but not cool. Like Loki never dies, right? I know a little bit about Marvel, but they're like that villain where you think they're gone. And it's like, I'm not in the hand race. And you're like, oh, they're gone now. No, they're not. It's in now. That
the
is
sequel. That's the hey girl message, the creepy hand that's still raising from the ashes.
Yes, the cockroach that just won't die. What? And then you're like, it flies. Cockroaches fly. Do you remember when you found that out? That was not cool. Not cool.
Ew. Ew. I don't like the analogy we're going with because now I'm getting chills about cockroaches, but ugh.
Well, that is my goal here because I just want, whenever you think about doing a hey girl message, I want you to think of a flying cockroach. Okay.
Yes. Yes. It's gross. It needs to be stomped on. It was a few episodes back. We read a modern hey girl message, which it was someone trying to make it in. It's still not in. Even the way she did it, it was not in.
It's like your dad. Have you seen those insurance commercials where that old gentleman is trying to teach like the parents, no, don't do that. Like, and they're like trying to be hip and like, no, don't do that. You'll see it now. It's funny. It's funny. Alas, yeah, you don't watch as much TV as I do. It's got to go, y'all. It's got to go. Why? Because it's not normal. You don't normally talk to people like that about anything. And it feels like a Carl's salesman, a Carl's Jr. salesman, a used car salesman who, and maybe maybe in 2024, that's not an analogy anymore. Do people not know what that is?
No, I mean, you still go to buy a car. I mean, I bought a car last year. It wasn't a used guy, but
like
they still are slimy.
Okay. I got one for you. It's like me last night trying to cancel my DirecTV after 4 hours of nonsense. And the 2 in the day, 2 at night. I just want to cancel. They would not. I said no repeatedly. And that's what happens with hey girl messages, right? Or I guess it's hey girl messages / the not taking no for an answer. If you're still in that like theory that, hey, you need them to say no to you 3 times or 6 times before you stop, y'all, for reals, I finally said to DirecTV, this is abusive. You are abusing me. This is torture. Please cancel and give me a refund.
Yeah.
And
why is that not on the website at this age? Cancel.
In a world where, technically the industry of network marketing is female. So perhaps we should respect that no means no.
Taking a little feminist spin on it.
Well, I mean, not even feminist. Not that being feminist is wrong, bad or good or whatever, but like just like you have kids, you teach your child that like there's personal space, and when someone says, "Please stop," you stop. Except in network marketing, what the truck is that about?
Yeah, it just feels like a waste of time to me. Like you're running your business, you probably have limited time because you're using this as a side hustle, right? Why are you sending these messages where 90% of the time you're getting no, all for that 10% of the yes, when you could be doing other things?
1% is a yes. First of all,
okay,
1%.
1%. Guys, that's
If y'all
really in my little brain. I'm like, okay, I've got limited time. I am not doing that, and it's just gonna make me feel like crap.
Exactly. And it doesn't make you feel like you're a business person. It makes you feel like you're just like, the numbers game is a dangerous thing. It's a numbers game, just a numbers game.
Yeah.
You'll find your people. Yeah, but it's not. I would actually say that those who do that in business, like salespeople who do that in business, are probably a rung up from the Hey Girl messages, because the Hey Girl messages is not just, I want to sell you something. It's, I want you to join my team, and then I want you to go ahead and sell a bunch of things that I'm going to make money off of you repeatedly until oblivion. There's a lot of like ulterior motive in that. And listen, the industry, great, but there's a way, like it is network marketing. You need to network. You need to meet people. You need to be straight up with them. You need to not vomit all over them all these things you want them to do, and all these things you want to say. Have a conversation. Have a conversation. Start by making, do you like this person? Can you know how many people have like done the Hey Girl message and they end up with people they don't even like on their team? No. That's karma. Karma is getting people on your team. Taylor's changed those words. Karma is getting people on your team that you don't want because you did the Hey Girl messages.
Get it. I like this version.
It's Roxanne's version. Thank you very much. But I just something to think about. We could go on and on about Hey Girl messages, I guess. Should we go to the next one?
We could. Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
And it is
joining before trying the thing that you're selling. Oh gosh, I love this one.
Yes. And that actually kind of stems from like the Hey Girl message, because that message probably led that person to join before even getting the product. And it was like, wait, you just talked me out of a sale, but now I'm selling it.
Yes. Okay, but listen, I want you to know we're talking about the outs. And I always say these are things that I've learned the hard way. I came into this industry saying, okay, I'm going to be coachable. I'm going to just put my pride aside, and they say this works, I will do it. So I want you to be clear about that. I am not just like, I've never done this and I'm saying these things. I've done it, and I'm telling you, as I've gotten out of it, of those tactics and ways, better ways. And I say that to tell you, I joined before I tried. I bought the big $1,000 kit. Yes, I did. I'm like, all right. I ordered to try it, and I'm like, whatever. I'll just order the $1,000 kit and try it. Yeah. Now, did I sell before I tried it? No, I did not. But I did buy the whole, okay, I'll do this before.
You joined.
I did. I joined before I tried. And I would tell you I wouldn't do it again. Because why would I sell something I don't believe in? And I really thought, I believe in this. And I went to a bunch of things like, this is going to be great. But I didn't even try the skincare yet.
You believed in yourself.
Yes. And I believed in the people that like some of the people in the presentation, and I talked with and I interviewed. I'm like, okay, this feels good. However, there's certain companies, like this great example, certain companies will tell you after you've used the product for 30 days, or after you've used the product for a while, we're going to send you a referral code so you can share about it. And to me, that is a more organic way, because it's like, okay, I've had it for 30 days. My security system didn't give me my referral code to a certain time. They wanted to make sure I was happy before they're like, please tell the world about us.
Yes. Oh, I can't stand that when like our apartment was asking for us to refer people before we even moved in. And it asked me to give a review. I was like, wait, we didn't even move in yet. Like we're moving in next week. This is odd.
Yeah. There's something about, now I realize, because it's go, 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 and people are just trying to make money, like really, truly teams are, you're trying to grow your team. There's no time for that. Come join. Let's do the thought process of even giving someone, hey, let's take 30 days, try the product, and then do it again, and then join, freaks people out, because like, what if I lose them? What if they decide they don't like it? Well, yeah, but if they don't like it, you don't want them on your team. They're not going to be your best. Some of the best people on teams are people who tried the product first for a while, experienced and saw what you did in your business, and then said, okay, I want to do it. Now, I'm not saying you can't come in as a business person. If you're like coming in, I'm looking for a business that I want to do. Great. Try the product first, please. Try it.
Yeah.
And
try it.
More importantly, it is one thing for the person coming in to decide, hey, I'm going to take a leap of faith and I'm going to join without trying it. That is completely different from you encouraging them to join without trying it. Because that is where it feels very weird. They can make that decision on their own, but when you're like, no, don't try it. Just come on, just join. You'll get the stuff done. And people go like, that feels weird. Think about it.
Yeah. It is weird. It's weird to me. I mean, like, and we have to think about the strategy we're using here, guys. So the strategy is that you're going to be selling this and you're going to be growing on social media, right? What the heck are you going to talk about if you haven't used it and can't endorse it?
Right. Well, I mean, you're going to go and you talk about your journey, but then if you're like, by the way, this stuff sucks, you got to say that too.
Yeah.
You know, I think what you should think about, as you said, you're saying, Taryn, which is so great, is that you can document your journey of trying it, and you can even save that content if you want to until you start selling. And then you have all that content. It's okay to be 30 days or 60 days or even a couple weeks ahead of what you're posting online.
Yes.
Third one.
Okay. Next.
Yeah. Okay. So when you are deciding what your hero product is, when you are making decisions for your business, you don't have to go to the bottom of the barrel. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, I have to find the cheapest thing because people aren't going to buy anything expensive. And so I have to find something that is cheap, even if I don't like it, even if it's not the best thing, because people are telling me that my products are too expensive. I hear this often. If your products are too expensive, it means you haven't given people the value. You have not shown people the value. I was walking through the mall last week. No, what, last week? I don't remember, when my daughter was here. And we were walking through the mall and we decided to walk through Gucci. There were a lot of people in Gucci. There were a lot of people in Gucci. Okay. Those people are also people who are going to tell you they can't afford your whatever, fill in the blank.
Yeah.
But they're shopping at Gucci, not window shopping. Like we were like, please don't talk to us. We're just looking at things.
Like they were like legit buying.
Okay. They have the money. They don't see the value. That's the end of the day. Truly. But if you decide I have to pick the cheap thing, then you're not even doing it because you want to be doing it. And honestly, y'all, at some point, people will not like, if like, oh, it's like if it's low price and you don't value it, that energy is not going to be something where people are like, I want to buy it. And maybe there's something to the strategy of, okay, I'm not going to have as many sales initially, perhaps, maybe. However, because I'm choosing a more expensive product, every time I do have a sale, I'm going to make a nice chunk of change off of it.
Versus having to sell 20 of the little things to get a nice chunk of change.
Yep. I have to shout out to Kangen, which is a whole different, like, Kangen water systems. I'm seeing more and more people join them right now, and I think that's great. Their water systems are like $3,000-$4,000. They just sell a water system. Boom. Yeah, you're like, what? I'm saying that people can't afford my $200 routine. Yep, people are buying $3,000. And the thing is, they're not buying, I mean, they may buy one other machine, but it's not like they're like, I need one every month. And yet they're having a sustainable business based on that. I'm not saying you have to run and do that. I'm just saying with what you sell, with what your company you're in, consider what is the product you really believe in, not necessarily the one that's the cheapest.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and I think when we were planning on this episode, we were talking about like nail strips. Like if that's not something that you can get behind or you're even really using yourself, kind of goes with the last out, it's gonna be harder for you to sell.
Yes.
Whereas if you're super passionate about drinking clean water, that's going to be easier for you to sell, even though the price difference is way different.
Totally. And I think there is a change in the water. So you're wading water, where people are being more picky about what they're buying and they're willing to spend more for the thing that they want. They're not trying to buy a bunch of disposable shit.
I think it depends on the market, but I see what you're saying. Cause like, I'm going to talk about my family. Like, yeah, that there's no change in the water there.
Like, no change in the water.
But is that the audience you want to go for? Cause then they might buy from you a ton one month and the next month they're off on something else weird.
They're not very loyal. And go back to, we were talking about Stanley's last week. Stanley is not the best cup out there, but man, do I love it.
I saw the craziest. This is such a side tangent, but I just need to talk about it. Like Stanley's is causing in schools, it's like creating cliques and like hierarchies of like who has the latest like Stanley color. And I'm like, how crazy is that? Like your water bottle is now defining like your rank.
That's insane.
Yeah.
One of the reasons we had DirecTV was still giving us LA news and not giving us, and they couldn't change it and they couldn't figure it out. Stupid. Anyway, yeah. But when I was on the phone with them trying to see if it switched, they had me do all the things I did on my own before I called. There was some news, something on the news about someone who stole like 40, 50 Stanley water bottles.
Oh.
They're probably more. They're in their trunk. We just saw them in the trunk, and then they had them out on top of the trunk. And Scott's like, "If you're gonna steal something more valuable." I'm like, "No way, they can resell those things."
Yeah, especially what if they were the pink ones? Like, oh my God. You got $1 million in there. Not really, but
they're not. I mean, listen, you can't put them in your bag and expect your bag to be dry. Okay.
No,
but people will spend money on a Stanley. I'm just saying, like, I could probably get a less expensive water bottle that probably would last me, would probably be more reliable, but I don't care. People will spend money on something they find valuable. Just remember that. Stanley.
Exactly. It doesn't need to be literally valuable. Like we're thinking like, oh my gosh, like there's so much value. No, it's a social value.
Yes. And we don't condone clicks in school. Stop that. Everyone should love everyone. Oh my God.
Only if you have 5 Stanleys, you can sit with us.
And what are the colors?
You need one for every color of the week.
Okay. And is that a 2024 shade or is that a 2023 shade? I need to know. The thing, I'm sure. This one was near and dear to your heart. Number 4, posting your promotions. Talk to us.
Yes. So gone are the days, you guys. It's out, it's gone, where you can create a little graphic on Canva, or better yet, get it from your upline of your promotion and just post it on Instagram or Facebook, looking for 5 people who want to try XYZ and actually get a post out of it.
A sale out of it.
Oh, yes, a sale. Yeah. It's gone. It's not happening. That's not how you sell. Mm-mm. I
feel like we've said this year after year, Tara Bear.
They still sneak in for those newbies.
They do, which means someone's still teaching them the old ways. You're right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So what's a better way, my dear?
Well, that's a loaded question. I mean, that's where you have to listen to the whole darn podcast because we have information about how to do it on social media, but you got to show your face. You've got to use video. You're showing up in stories. You know?
Yeah. Don't think that you're not a swap meet.
A what?
You're not a swap meet. Do you remember swap meets? Like they'd be on Saturdays and you go to like the Coliseum and people just sell a bunch of shit like a garage sale. You're not a garage sale. Your social media is
like
not
a market. Like they call them like a market now. And sometimes it's used and sometimes it's old.
Yeah. Swap meets, what they used to call them. You're not a swap meet. Your social media is not a swap meet. Just consider that. Spend a little more time. It's a long game. If someone didn't tell you, what your business is a long game. It's not a short game at all. I got the coolest. This is very apropos, I think. I got the coolest voice memo from Nancy Wild yesterday. And she was like, she's touching base with me, all these things. And she's like, I was thinking about you a lot. And I just wanted to tell you, I shouldn't have said her whole name. Whoops. She's like, she's got this upline who's like a big, big upline in her company and stuff. And had come out and said two things. She's like, okay, y'all, I used to like be identified in social media as the company I was with before. And now everybody knows me for the company I'm with now. She's like, but what I'm realizing is what I need to be doing is creating my own brand. And Nancy's like, she's like, I thought Roxanne's been saying that for 4 years. And then her upline also said, y'all, I'm realizing that the way right now to get more business online is to have a lead gen. And she's like, I learned this weekend. We need a lead gen. And Nancy was like, Roxanne's been saying that for 4 years. She's like, what the heck? And she's like, I just wanted to mention that you're before your time. I wanted you to know that. And I was like, that is such a manifestor compliment.
Yes, it is.
Right?
So you're saying, you guys, listen to last week's episode and this week's episode and take it to heart.
Take it to heart. Take it to heart and binge the whole series because it's before it's time. What can I say? Before it's time. It was I'm like, she's like, you're before your time. And I wrote back up. I messaged back. I'm like, yes, I am. I was like, I received that. Yes, I am. That was really cool. And you know what? And all the things. What's going on behind the scenes with you, my friend? I know, wasn't that cool?
We are dog sitting right now. I'm home right now because we have a doctor's appointment today, but we have been dog sitting at a house out here in Brentwood, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like 35 minutes.
It's a nice neighborhood.
Yes, it's a very nice neighborhood. And I mean, big house. And I'm like, at night, I'm actually kind of scared in the house. And I'm like, there's just like so many places people could hide.
You know, but you're like, you know, all the musicians are in that neighborhood in Franklin. So you should go like, who is there? Are you there? Luke Combs?
Yes, now that the snow and ice is melting, like literally I pulled in and it was just straight ice because I'm like, I want to walk around a bit more and like check this out. And we're right by the governor's something, which is, for those who know, it's like a really celebrity neighborhood.
It is. I'm telling you, I'm like, I know where you are. Okay, enjoy it. Live the life. Do your thing. Walk around with your Stanley so they know you belong.
So they know I'm one of them. I know you know.
Okay, she has a Stanley. We're good.
With my 3 dogs, because I brought my dog and then I'm watching 2 dogs and my 2 kids. So yeah, I'm going to be a sight for. Gonna be
definitely
hilarious.
room for the Stanley in all those hands. Definitely.
Yes.
Yes, and yes.
So that's us. That's about as exciting as it gets. Oh, and today actually I think I mentioned this last week. I hired my first actual babysitter and she's coming today.
Today the first day?
Today's the first day.
Will you tell us on the gram how it goes?
Maybe.
Only if it goes well.
I haven't been doing much on the gram lately.
Oh, where you do your stuff? Nowhere?
Nowhere. I've been very private lately. I don't know why.
I think we have shades.
Yeah.
That's normal. We have like moments in time where there's like, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those quiet where I'm like, I'm just not talking about myself on social media.
You don't have to. Y'all, you don't have to. You can take moments of pause.
You can. And my business is still growing. So just throwing that out there, guys.
Her business is thriving. I love that. What can I tell you since last week? I guess we were just a few days ago. Oh, so I worked out.
Wow, Roxanne worked out.
Listen, Linda, it's been a while. I worked out. I did my yoga and my dance class. There were 43 people in the dance class. Oh my gosh. Wow. And they had a sub. You know, people don't show up for sub days. I'm like, oh, okay. we have a dance community in here.
Serious about
and
dancing.
And then I went to Big Kid Rick. Check him out on Instagram on Sunday morning. But as I was driving there, I was like, I had this epiphany, and I started a new Instagram.
I saw that was it yesterday? I was like, is this a new? I wasn't sure if it was real.
Yeah, I just started a new one. It's real.
Okay.
It's called Valley Rocks because this is the Valley of the Sun. And so I'm going to be I'm going to be putting like different places I go and things as I reintroduce myself and I fall in love again with Arizona, basically my hometown. So back in the
what city are you guys in?
We're in Chandler, but it's the greater Phoenix area. So Phoenix, Chandler, Tempe, Mesa, Scottsdale, they're all like right there. Glendale, they're all right there. So yeah, I'm like, I was driving, I'm like, okay, I'm talking to myself with my little manufacturer stuff. I'm like, Valley Rocks. Okay, we'll start that. And so I did. That was kind of exciting.
That's fun. Oh, I like it.
Yes. And we have an announcement.
Okay. I wasn't sure if we were saying it.
Yeah. I mean, we got to inform. That's what we do, right? We are, in the words of Bravo, I've been watching a lot of Housewives, we are taking a pause on this podcast.
On the podcast.
There will be a pause. Not because we don't love you, not because we don't love each other. Just life changes are happening rapidly. And frankly, you got a lot of great shit to listen to and binge. And you do. And you really should.
And you're still going to be on the gram.
Oh, yes.
Right?
At RoxTalks, another one. Gram. And if Taryn feels like talking, she'll be on the gram too. She might not feel like, who knows? We'll see.
Talk to people. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
you can still DM me.
Slide into her Taryn Soa DMs, but not with product that you're trying to sell or join her team.
Yeah, no, I got time for that. Delete.
Yeah, no, I'll still be on. Please follow me on at RoxTalks. Follow Taryn at Taryn Soa, TARYNSOWA.
Dot SOWA.
Oh, I was like, I know how to spell this. I got this, girl. TARYN dot SOWA. Who has your name is what I want to know.
There is a Taryn Soa out there already. Yeah.
How dare they?
I know, right? I thought I was like the one. I'm not.
Seriously, the two names are very unique. Put them together and someone else has it. That's wild.
It's Polish. Well, I guess Taryn's actually Irish. So is Polish. I am Polish. Potato.
Follow us there. You can follow Valley Rocks if you want to see what's going on in Arizona. And also, I want to remind you that you can still, and absolutely, I'm still gonna be doing programs for network marketers and direct sellers. That's still going. It's just renewing my pro if you're interested in like some coaching twice a month, and then also some group coaching twice a month. So we see each other weekly. Let me know. But also, if you just want to get all of the things, if you're like, oh, she has lead gen stuff, I didn't know that, just for us, or she has how to brand, you can get the entire, all of my stuff and everything I'm making this year coming up for $117. You can just get that at RoxTalks.co. Hello.
My eyes, literally, guys, this is an amazing deal. So if you're growing your business in 2024, you need all these goodies.
Totally. And it includes like monthly templates that are like, so you can do your stuff. Anyhow, so just know that those are there for you. And like I said, it's a pause. It's not a goodbye. It's a pause.
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 Pause on the pod. Let you guys catch up. We'll catch up.
Yeah.
Figure out what the next step is.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back.
Yep. Right. You're not ahead. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're supposed to be.